I always say it's actually it's like
You drop more, or
like
did I pick up something?
early David Letterman,
That's like
maybe Howard Stern TV
was
and
like
John Stossel. That's how I
150
describe
maybe
it.
sure.
And they go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. The kind
No,
of
no,
stuff
no, no,
that
it's
you
okay.
did
I
with
did
your
it,
Give Me a
Kira. We
Break
did it,
segments and
Kira.
the hidden, the investigative journalism, specifically when you investigated corruption in bureaucratic government,
I told you.
would never
Told
be
you
allowed
before
on
both.
YouTube today.
Don't
There's
say
two teams,
what I
one on
did.
each
I'm
practice.
still doing it once a week, and most of it gets on.
Okay, well then I stand corrected. I can remember
Wanna
some ones
engage
where
them? Okay, let's engage
you
them.
led to some hot water for elected officials, and I guess it just depends on who it is. But what you're still doing, like government corruption, when you're doing hidden camera stuff.
Yeah, in a way, I'm annoyed with you because I research things and I interview the other side and investigate, and I'm reaching a lot of people, millions, and you're just shooting from the hip mostly, doing comedy, and you reach twice as many people.
Well, I will tell you this. I would compare our references and sources, and I guarantee you we probably have about 10 times the amount you do because we reach billions.
Yeah,
and I
I'm
don't say
waiting
that
for them to
I
get
said it
out or
because
what?
I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to justify every joke that I make. But for example,
Okay, then
that
let's
job of cross-referencing, that took several weeks of non-stop work for research that I am not nearly as capable at doing as you are. Listen, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, not like yourself. I never came up through any sort of investigative journalism. I often just do this job because no one else is doing it. And yes, I have a general problem with authority. But no, if we go out there and I say, look, this person doesn't live at this address, this person doesn't live in this new address, you can take it to the bank if this person doesn't live at that address. If I say COVID is significantly more lethal for old people and significantly less for young people, you can go to my website, check the source, and you can take it to the bank. And don't shoot from the hip on this.
The one
There's
that
more.
your comments about $5 billion going to farmers and homes.
Most happy about the new policy? These people. I'm on black.
Very nice.
Plow, man. I'm gonna plant that corn. Go get a John Deere. Barack Obama, mother. I'm the president of plowing that egg. Yeah, that was a joke, but we did an impression of people from. And again, keep in mind the context of that joke. The big difference. People should be able to understand this. For example, when Trevor Noah goes out and says, "The rise in anti-Asian hate crimes because of calling it the China virus and angry white people," that's a claim. That's not a joke. I differentiate between that claim and when he makes a joke. And even if I don't find it funny, I have to acknowledge that it's a joke. When me and my co-host Dave Landau are talking about the irony in that white suburbans have moved, or white rural people have moved into downtown Detroit to urban farm, and we're supposed to believe that the inverse has happened. Again, we talked about the numbers of how many people in this country are black farmers proportionally to the number allotted to them. Then we go into an impression of hipsters in Detroit and Detroit African Americans living out on farms. It's a fish out of water, Tim. It's funny.
But the way you and your co-host did it was mean.
On the other objective.
I don't blame
That's
you.
not just one team,
I
because
don't
there are
want this on
multiple
our
dots
channel.
at each.
Wanna upload now we're here?
I thought you had a better sense of humor than that.
What do you think those teams are going now?
Out of the upload too.
And
I guess no. I say, look. I think one thing, and the reason people enjoy when you're on my show and we interact, is the ability to be frank. I think there's a reason that John Stossel isn't writing any comedy spec scripts anytime soon. And there's a reason that I've never wanted to be an investigative journalist, and sometimes things fall in my lap. For example, Anthem. I never wanted to infiltrate Anthem, right? I don't know if you know this. The FBI was on the phone with us because we infiltrated their encrypted app for a goof. All of a sudden, the officers are involved in the Federal Bureau of Investigation because they handed my producer a knife, an ice pick, and they were going to get a sawed-off shotgun from their trunk for a Ben Shapiro live show. This stumbles in our lap because of our audience. I would love to do nothing but the entertaining jokes that many people find tasteless, but I'm okay with it. I don't expect everyone to like it.
but not just taste. It's
What the hell you're
mean.
catching for me?
Mr. Lispy Queer from Vox that gave Vox rights wrong. He could be a tranny, Your Honor. I don't even get the joke. It just feels
It's
nasty.
running normally for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, first
I've
off, you're
never
not
seen this
quoting
before.
jokes.
What am I quoting?
You're quoting me referencing his own self-description.
Again. Hex, I call Hex.
Those aren't the jokes in that video. It's a 20-minute video. There are jokes, and then they're me saying the Lispy Queer from Vox
Yeah, no,
because
no.
he says the Lispy Queer from Vox. right? So there are different things you can't take. In other words, David Letterman interviewing